Hey guys, John here from learningguitarnow.com, and in this lesson we're going to take a look at an unaccompanied blues in the key of E, played fingerstyle. To get the tone for this lesson, I'm using my 1966 Super Reverb in this Gibson R4 gold top. It's got P90s in it. Sounds really good with the Super Reverb. Not using any pedals to get the overdrive, just cranking the amp up. And I've got the volume of the neck pickup on this guitar here on about 7.5. Just cleans it up a little bit. If I put it on 10, that can be a little overwhelming if I crank up, the Super Reverb. So just turn it down to 7 gives me a real clean with just a slight bit of overdrive. We'll go ahead and take a look at the first few licks for free. And if you would like the full lesson, the interactive tab guitar profile, check out the All Access Pass. Also, if you're looking to break out of the first position minor pentatonic box, check out my free blues guitar mini course. Just by signing up for the free newsletter, you can get that 45-minute video guitar course with backing tracks, sound slice tab, and PDF. And you can go ahead and access that now by clicking the link in the description. Okay, now I'm going to break this solo piece into 9 separate licks. Once again, we're in the key of E. Let's go ahead and start with lick number 1. Sounds like this. Okay, so that's lick number 1, and what we're doing is just starting on, I'm counting this like 1, 2, 3, 4. We're also swinging the eighth notes, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 like that. And on the 4 and, we're just going to slide into the 7th fret of the A string. It's a typical kind of old school blues thing, hitting the note and then hitting the open string a lower octave down. You hear that all the time in blues. You could use that with your thumb, your first finger, and your thumb. Really depends on what you like to do. I do it different ways, but you could use your first finger and then strike it with your thumb. That's one way to do it. Now I'm going to strike the low E string, and I'm going to slide in to this. It's like an E major chord, only with a B and the high E strings. And I'm going to use my second and first finger for that. I'm going to start on our 6 on the E string, and then 8 on the B string, and just slide that in, and that forms E major chord. We got our major third interval and our 5th interval. So nice E major chord, just using those bottom 2 strings, the high E and the B. And then I'm just swinging those 8s right there. So, and then hitting these at the same time. And it's really easy because I'm just striking the bass and the chord little part at the same rhythm. There's not any different rhythm going on. It's just 1. I'm hitting this first, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and then sliding backwards. So the key thing is just getting the feel. So that's swinging the 8th notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, You can just sit there and do that for a long time. And don't strike the strings just terribly hard. You want to hit it kind of easy. You don't want to go. You want this right hand to be extremely loose. Get vibrato the chord a little bit. And then slide backward. And then we're going to hit the top open strings with your first finger. And we're going to form a B7 chord here. Second finger on the A string, first finger on the first fret of the D string, third finger on the second fret of the G string, and pinky on the second fret of our high E string to form that chord. I'm just going to flick it up with my first finger. So you got this. Now strike the bass note, Second finger on the A string with your thumb. And then upstroke. And then we're going to have this little thing, 2, 4, 2, straight from the E major pentatonic scale. So it's not this. That's a straight rhythm. So we're going to play this, and then 2/16 notes. It sounds like this. So it's got an eighth, 2/16. So it has more of a blues feel. So big difference from this straight. You go, just that little small nuance makes it sound more bluesy to me instead of just going real straight sounding. We can make it more bluesy by doing this. A lot more blues feel when you put that little, this eighth note and then 2/16 notes. Just it gives that little more of that blues nuance feel, in my opinion. So you got that. Then we're going to slide in 4 to 6 on the D string, forming an E major chord. First finger on the 4th fret of the G string and second finger on the 5th fret of the high E. Now I'm plucking that with my thumb and then first and second fingers. Let that ring, and then we're just going to go with our bass with our thumb. So we got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now that little rhythm part right there, slowly one more time. So it's not terribly difficult to do. I'm just keeping the steady rhythm with my thumb, doing that 1. So if you're not good at swinging that, that's a good exercise to practice. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. A lot of times you can get, the rhythm can sound weird if you're not used to swinging it. It could be late with that thumb. So you want that thing to sound really good, just going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hit those at the same time. That's my second finger on the second fret of the G and the B string. Now I'm going to form an E major chord like this with my second finger on the second fret of the D string, first finger on the first fret of the G string. Hit those at the same time. And that's it for lick number 1. Okay, lick 2 sounds like this. Okay, so that is lick number 2. What's happening here is we're taking our same E major chord like this we played previously. I'm simply just putting my pinky on that B string, or on our B note on the high E string, 7th fret, until we got this sound. Sounds really old school blues to me when you do that. And I'm just striking with my bass as well, the low E string, same rhythm. So you got 3 triplets right there, triplet eighth notes. You're playing 3 at a time. Then I'm going to strike the low E, do it again, and then strike it. Just a regular 2 eighth notes right there. Now we're going to play this little lick. So sliding, I like to do it with my pinky, sliding 9 to, or sliding into the 9th fret from my 7th fret, 7, bend 8th fret of the B string slightly, then high E, B, high E. And then form our E chord again, up, down, with a flick with my first finger. And Now I'm going to slide to the 4th fret on our low E string, like that. And then hit open A string. We're going to the A chord now. We do this kind of cool blues move. So you got open A, hit it again with your thumb. Now for my A major chord here, 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the D, G, and B strings, and then our P key on the 5th fret of the high E. And then I'm going to put my 3rd finger here on the high E to give us our A7. A major, A7. It's real fast. Now we're going to play this thing. So we're playing the open A string here in the bottom 2. I'm just striking it with my 1st finger. If you hit the B string or the G string, it's fine too. Now we're going to just play this here. Now 1 open E string. Put my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G and the B. Now that E chord again. So lick 2 has some pretty cool things in it. That's a really cool lick to play. And you hear that a lot in old school kind of acoustic blues, you know. We're just almost sliding to our A note, but you know, just sliding right to that 4th fret. And once again, you want to be kind of easy when you're playing this, not killing everything. So yeah, put more emphasis on the, and then striking that kind of softly. Okay, so that's it for lick 2.